This is my paddle that I engineered with Covert Pickleball, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm talking about the Covert Power X, and after spending serious time on the court with it, I've got a lot to say. Some of it's impressive, some of it's frustrating, and some of it honestly might make you question whether this thing should even exist. So let's break it down regarding the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's start with the good regarding what makes this paddle stand out, which is obviously the power. This is, without exaggeration, the most powerful pickleball paddle I have ever used, period. I essentially combined a Yola Hyperion shape with a Selkirk boomstick type core, so the moment the ball makes contact, it just explodes off the face. But it's not just raw power, because I made the paddle face extremely gritty as well. I am currently working on 2 new grit types, with one of them called Extreme Grit and the other called Friction Grit, which I will put on future paddles. The grit on this paddle translates into excellent spin potential, especially for dinking. I was able to perform sharp, controlled, aggressive dinks that stayed low and caused problems for my opponents. And then there's something I didn't expect, which was the sound. I will play a clip at the 3-minute and 15-second mark that lets you hear this thing pop on some simple dinks. This paddle has a loud, crisp, almost intimidating pop to it. It feels powerful, it sounds powerful, and honestly, these just add to the whole overall experience for this paddle. Now, let's move on to the bad. The same power that makes this paddle exciting also makes it incredibly hard to control. In a casual setting, it's fun, but in a competitive or tournament scenario, I would struggle to control this absolute beast. The margin for error is just too small for my taste. If you're not fully locked in, it's very easy to pop the ball up, and in pickleball, that's basically an invitation to get punished. You have to consciously and consistently dial things back on almost every shot. That means more focus, more tension, and a less natural feel, which is not what you want in a high-pressure situation. Lastly, let's talk about the ugly. This paddle is USA Pickleball compliant, but it's not USAP Pickleball approved, and that distinction matters. What that means is that you can use this paddle in recreational play, open play, or at your local pickleball courts, or even local tournaments depending on their rules. But in officially sanctioned USAP or UPAA tournaments, this paddle is not allowed. And honestly, I understand why. This thing pushes the limits of what's possible for a power paddle. The power alone could give players an unfair advantage in a qualifier setting. Therefore, I do not anticipate that this paddle will ever be granted USAP approval or UPAA approval. You are about to listen to a clip where I am just simply dinking with somebody, and the sound that comes off this paddle is absolutely astounding. Ironically, this paddle is an amazing training tool, because if you practice against this paddle, your reaction time is going to improve, and your hands are going to get faster. Or if you use this paddle, and then you switch back to a standard paddle, everything is going to feel more control-oriented. This paddle was designed for a very specific purpose, which is to be swift and powerful. I only made a limited number of them, which I sell at www.covertpickleballpaddles.com if anyone's interested. The Covert Power X is powerful, gritty, loud, and honestly a ton of fun. But the paddle also has a few drawbacks. For instance, because it's so powerful, it's extremely difficult to control. So if you are the type of person that can control it, maybe this paddle would be for you. However, in my view, the biggest problem with this paddle is that it is not meant for sanctioned tournaments. Luckily, this would still qualify for many local tournaments because it is USAP compliant, which means it doesn't do anything inherently illegal, it just has not been officially approved by USAP. This only disqualifies it from sanctioned tournaments but not local tournaments, but always make sure and check before you use this paddle. So if you're looking for the most powerful pickleball paddle on the market right now, that would be the Covert Power X, which will allow you to dominate casual games, train your hands, or just experience insane power that you're going to love. And that's the full breakdown of the good, the bad, and the ugly. I had so much fun engineering this paddle, and I am so into new grit technologies and new core technologies, I plan to make many more paddles. But remember, I also review other companies' paddles as well, so if you want more honest, no-nonsense pickleball reviews, make sure to subscribe to the channel, press the like button, hype this video, comment your thoughts down below, and with that being said, I will see you in the next one.
That's great if you can make it. I just really can't.